Good evening, children, and welcome into the stream. I hope everybody's okay today. And me, I'm fine, but you'll notice, and I thought it might happen, is that my video capture device doesn't work. And I don't remember how I fixed it last time. Okay. Remove. Let's try it again. Maybe I had to add a new one. I had a problem with my PC. Of course I did. I always do. And there we go. Oh, that's a bit too much. Where'd that go? Why did it disappear? Okay. Sorry people, that's pretty horrible to look at, but never mind. Let's get that whittled down a slight amount. Just so I like that. I need to adjust it. There we go. Oh no, that you can't one of these people who calls a grown man pappy, can we? No, I don't know where I say it a lot with people as a group. I think it's partly to do with my job, and then it's partly to do with I've picked it up from somewhere or other. I don't know. I'll try and discover the origins of it one day. Let's make sure that's all set before I blow everybody's ears off. It doesn't sound too bad when it's come from you, but having said that, you know, I don't want to be one of those leery old men. Right, okay, so that's set. So back in Seoul, Brian unfortunately didn't make it. He's Jurassic Parked out, so he's way closer than I am, so he's going to have to do a little bit of waiting about, I think, when he gets there. I actually, in Colonia, you can still be dirty old man though, can't you? Yeah, this is going to be... Oh, I know why it was being a dick. Okay. I know why I was being a dick, because I'm still in my crate. So, let's have a look. Oh crap, I've got to go back and get my ship first. Okay. There's a question, where did I leave my ship? Ah, I left it in Ratri, which is, I think, only one jump. Do you know what I love about the crate? The engines are amazing when you boost. You can call me Daddy all you like, Athena. Don't worry, I won't take it. I won't take it in a bad way or anything. You can't ask somebody that. I'm 40. Hang on, because I have to. Are we in 2018? So I'm 40. The sound of that engine is amazing. Do you want to hear it one more time? Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know there was like rules for one and rules for another. Yeah, I'm 40. I just look 56, and that's teaching that's done that to me. Right, let me shut down a few of these babies. Ah, there you go then. Hey Chris, how's it going? How much did the ship cost? It was... Listen. You've gotta love that. Cost I don't know, I think I've probably balked about 670 million in total, Brian. And it's nice. I like it. I did a little bit of combat yesterday. I didn't do too bad. I made about 200 grand in 20 minutes. And I was in a resource extraction place where there was tons and tons of hackers and very few bad guys. So I was doing my combat in it, Kathina. I bought it for a little bit of little combatty wombatty. So I'm going to return it now. I'm going to keep it in Colonia. And oh no, I bought it and kitted it in Colonia. Whoa, we've overshot it. So I haven't done any engineering or anything on it yet. I could have done some distant engineering, but I'll do that another time. I don't ship anything to him from Colonia because it costs so much that you might as well just buy a new ship and start again. And if you ship something to Colonia, it takes about a week. Oh, I'm not doing it in the crate, Brian. The crate is staying in Colonia. It's kind of my ship that I can do a little bit of everything in. So it's gonna stay here at Colonia Dream. Although it's probably not the one I really want to keep it in, but the place I really want to keep it in, sorry, but I will. My advice, Christopher, is to just try and really enjoy it. Don't be in a rush to get to Colonia, and don't be in a rush to get back. Now, I'm not saying to do economical jumps or anything, but just really take it easy and enjoy it. And if you come across any worlds, which you will at some point, that are not mapped or not taken by anybody else, do stop and have a bit of a look around them. I don't do it often in stream. I don't think I look at some things often enough in stream. But where the fuck is the port? I can see the ships going around, so the port must be here somewhere. Maybe if I actually targeted the bloody thing. No, we're not far off. There it is. I love that sound. It's glad. Yeah, if you're doing neutrons, definitely take the AFMU. You'll need it. There's no way of doing it without it. Well, maybe to Colonia you might get part of the way before your frame shift starts shutting down.
Access permitted. Land on designated card number 05.
Yeah. Get some decent TV shows, or in the Discord channel I have posted a few really good podcasts with astrophysicists. So where the hell is landing pad 5? Oh, it was below. I wanted to land this myself. I didn't want anybody else to land it. I will land it myself. Oh, fuck off. There we go. That was me. That was all me. It's a Valium. You might want a good soundtrack as well, Chris. Some, you know, things to keep you going as you're going out there. I think that's the thing. It's not as boring as people make out. No, I don't know what the Booty Void is. Is that when you just haven't had a girlfriend in a while? Oh, I will come in chat on the Discord, Brian. Are the sound levels alright tonight? I don't want Bob complaining. Actually, what I might do with the sound levels, I might turn it down a bit on there. And then just turn it up a bit there. That might be a bit better for you. It was a bit too loud for me. Oh, we're talking about a real thing, not in Elite. Oh no, but I found that it's not another flat Earth theory, is it? Maybe Thargoids munch up the suns to use them to jump. You never know. Oh well, no, maybe space aliens are using suns to, I don't know. They could be doing. We wouldn't have the first idea of why they do stuff, is it? Would we? That's a strange part. Yeah. Put it under the interesting link section, because that's where they all should be. But also because it's where I would go to look at it. Right. Okay. Because if it goes in the Elite one, it just gets lost in an absolute melee. That's why I'm sometimes a bit funny when people start a chat in certain sections, because I'm like, I have to go back and delete that all now. I don't want to be that person, but... Right, okay, so, let's see what people were saying about... So, are you serious that I should get rid of the shield generator? I'll store it, I'm not getting rid of it, but store it. And then put in a... If they have it. I bet they haven't got it. They haven't, have they? Fuel limpets, recon limpets, repair limpets. They have got repair limpets, okay. So, a repair limpet controller. I'll put in the best one because it only uses a slight... Oh, the only thing about the limpet controller is my... Oh no, I'd be using it in an emergency situation, so it's alright. Okay. I'll buy that. Everything's going to go offline now. And I need, what's the minimum cargo rack I need? Was it a 2? I mean, I could maybe even have the shield. I don't know whether it's going to make a... I don't know whether it's going to make that big of a difference, Kathina. I'd rather kind of have it. Yeah, it's not really going to affect my jump range. In fact, it's hardly going to affect it at all. Right, so I will transfer it back over. And then I need a small cargo rack, don't I? So I can take like a 2? Class 2 cargo rack, okay. So 2E. So I just need the 4. Okay. Yeah, that's not going to be the end of the world for me. You know. Yeah, I do. I know. Right, so here's where we have to start really messing around with stuff, I think. So, shield generator can be on. The repair limpet controller, well, what, 2% can stay on, I suppose. No, I'll take it off just to... So, let's have a look. And I'll change it to 4 as well. Doesn't really need to be. Cargo rack can go off. Oh no, you can't turn them off. Why did I think you can turn them off? Okay. I think we're good to go. I think we're good to go. It's really that shield, because it's such a small shield, and it is literally a landing protection shield. What don't weigh anything, DP? The limpets? I think I got the best limpet controller anyway. I just haven't got the cargo space for it. No, I don't need to buy limpets. I can synthesize them, Brian. I can synthesize limpets, can't I? I'm not going mental. Limpets there, yeah. So I can synthesize my limpets. Bit miffed that I haven't got the middle one for my FMU, but I'm going to be honest with these repair limpets now. I think I don't need to worry about. I don't think I've got to worry about any extras. I really don't. I've got a 4-ton rack. So we've basically done this. If anybody's interested, we've gone from here to here, Sagittarius 8, and then we've kind of gone up here to the highest point. And then I've worked my way back to Colonia because I needed to fix a few things. And then Brian's still up here. He's kind of halfway back down, I think. But he's a bit closer to our next destination, which is 15 Sagittarius. Now, this is actually a big distance, this one. This is going to take a while to get to, so feel free to strap yourselves in and kind of enjoy it, because I think it's going to be a couple of jumps this time. That's replotting now. Bastard! Didn't even need it to replot because I don't think that it's set to my preference. Now you need to reset. I've got a new mouse today. A lovely new black mouse. You like that, Kathina? Thought I'd go for the black mouse because... Is it done? I'm a little impatient to get going again. Oh, I'm not doing it in this stream yet, Dave. The combat was just a stop-off thing, sorry. I might have done it if Brian made it here, but he didn't, unfortunately. But I made 200 grand in about 20 minutes last night, which I know isn't the highest amount of money ever, but considering it was my first time, and I think I've broken the trigger on my flight yoke. And I got a fine. I was just a little bit excited to get going, like. Right, let's see what we've got. We've got 65 jumps, so it's doable this in a stream to get to the first spot. So what was really funny was me getting ticked off because the local Polizei were nicking credits off me. I can't remember. I'll have a look in a second, Dave. You need a couple of bits and bobs, but to be honest, his upgrade isn't that great. I don't think it's worth a trip to Colonia. I really don't. But I'll find him because I've got an invite. See that? I just boosted out the mail slot in an anaconda. While I've been in the crate. So let's have a look what that was. I can't remember what that engineer gives you. I'll recognise him because he's funny looking. This one. So he has sensors, scanners, ship power systems and life support. but they're all grade 1 as far as I'm aware. Now that might have been changed, but and I need to deliver 25 occupied space escape pods anyway. But I think he does something. What was it? I can't remember what he does to scanners. Well, I've left a crate in Colonia, so I will come back to Colonia. I've been saying before, off stream I can probably get to Colonia in a couple of hours if I was to do the Neutron Highway in this thing. Okay, let's see if hopefully this is the first one and it's unexplored. It's not unexplored, but you sometimes hope with neutrons. Or I do anyway. I get excited, I'm like, what? 80 grand a pop? I'll have a bit of that. And I'll probably come back within a certain distance of Colonia, so I think... Hello Jess. I think I'll probably end up back in the crate for a while anyway. You spend more time watching than playing, Jess. It's nice that we've got 11 people in the stream already, that's pretty good. Well, I don't know, we'll have to see on a Friday night stream, Kathina, if I've had a few. Maybe you can just watch Colonia from the bubble. I'm not a big fan of Baby Orlo. Gets in all the nooks and crannies, it picks up dust. Was that for the fuel rats thing? If you haven't seen the fuel rats video, go on the Discord and check it up. Check it out, sorry. It's amazing. Crappy ones. So we have a crappy system, so oh yeah, you do as well actually, but you're kind of, I noticed you said you might get back into it this week a little bit. If when I get back to the pub, I promise I'll do a little bit of combat. But I'm not going to become one of them. Oh, I forget you're on a different time, Jess. Sorry. But you're not at work. You've been in Yamik stream and now you've gone in my stream. What do you mean work? You don't have any part-time work, do you? Oh. Do you know, every time I go in a wing with Brian at the very beginning, I hit nothing but sun systems. Or at least a touch of Welsh rarebit. Oh. Oh, nice. I mean, there's apparently there's like corridors of them, which I think FDev put in on purpose. But it's still nice because you can get out of, I mean, one jump out of Sagittarius to a neutron and all your neutrons are unmapped. Oh, supervise, yeah. And then you get to ride a motorcycle home as well, with the taste of victory in your mouth. You do sometimes get time bonus. You do sometimes get bonuses, but to be honest, I haven't seen one in a while, Dave.
I'm sorry for getting your name wrong the other night. I felt really bad about that.
Yeah, but don't forget you're smiling, so it just looks like you've got black teeth. Yeah, because he's too busy watching our streams. I was thinking actually, I don't know if anybody's got Twitch and they want to find me on Twitch and restream. I don't know if you know you can actually do that on Twitch, so if you want to watch on YouTube but you have Twitch, you can actually restream things through your channel. If any of you are interested in that. Yeah, I'm the same. I prefer, I don't really eat sweets. I prefer stuff that harder tasting stuff. I think is the best word for it. Like, that's why I like whiskey so much, I think. No whiskey in sight today though, I'm a bit dry at the moment. End up giving regular people Spanish names if I drink too much, apparently. I don't mind mutton, in a curry in particular. Quite like it a lot. That's a freaking mosquito. The mosquitoes are coming in from the cold and it's getting worse than it was in the height of summer. Don't throw me out, don't throw me out. There you go, now you can throw me out. It's nice to stream on Twitch actually. Most of the time. I heard you got a mention on Live Radio the other night, Julie. I guess they mention you every week, but you're always doing some type of work. Leandra, I wonder who that is. It sounds like a Princess Leia ripoff, doesn't it? Leandra. Right, okay, that's I'm just gonna quickly post my stream in a few places, people, because I like to do it normally at the very beginning, but people dropped in so quickly tonight I ended up not bothering at the beginning, so that was kind of that. You're gonna start having a conversation with yourself. Yeah, you know, I might set up a Twitter account, to be honest. I don't often do it, but I should, because you never know. So you might be onto something there, Dave. Well, I restream it through Twitch, and there is obviously Periscope as well. I'm thinking about other things I can maybe go through to try and get a little bit of a bigger audience. But there is too many twits on Twitter, you're right. I think it might be lack of sleep. Hey Bob, how's it going? Welcome in. Oh, right on a stick. I got really excited actually because today is 1 month, people. 1 month until Shriveled Horseballs. Put it in your calendar. 1 month tonight. Shriveled Horseballs it is. All day long. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, join in. There will be... Listen, I'm going to be honest, there's going to be horse balls as far as the eye can see. We're going to have them in the snow, we're going to have them in the heat, we're going to put them in the water.
Frameshift drive charging.
It is gonna be the best night. In fact, it won't even be the night. I'm taking the day off work. Unfortunately, another granny's gonna pass away. Probably be at the 17th, 18th or something now. No, I'm gonna say I've got a wedding that weekend or something. Hashtag won't be working. I know that much. And as soon as the shop opens, that's it. I'm there. I'm thinking of going in a cowboy hat actually. I might try and nick it off what's his face? The Joker. He'll probably be in line next to me. Look at it. Enough of that stuff. Don't want to scare the children. It's still early. I just clocked this, but then I've just realised, no, I'm not gonna... I am gonna slow down for Earth Lakes. That might be worth a try, actually. Slim me down a bit. Yeah, the outtakes. Bob, he looks like the outtakes. There is actually a zombie version of it, actually. That's the face that comes to me when you know when you drop your toast butter side down. That's the face that comes to me. Or when you make a cup of coffee but realise there's no coffee in the cup, just hot water. That face just... You might only get one playthrough, Dave. I think it's going to be long. I think it's going to be much longer than GTA 5.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Yeah, it is. What I do is just play it on the TV, just constantly when they come in. Go sit down, grab yourself a drink. I'll just put a video on. Funnily enough, they have a grandma who's died as well. Okay, DP, so this is kind of the thing, is I'm kind of doing a lot of jumping today, and I normally try not to do that, so I'm just going to quickly show you before I hit this next system. If I go into the galaxy map, I'll quickly do it. I don't know if you were in earlier when I showed exactly what we've kind of done. Now, I've deleted all the bookmarks now. There's a couple here because these are new ones that I've come across, and a couple there as well, and on the way back I'm thinking of looking at them. But we came all the way from the bubble to Sagittarius A, but we had a ton of bookmarks all the way along here, about 45 I think in total, and we stopped off and had a look around each point of interest, and then we got to Sagittarius A. We went up, so we kind of came up here somewhere to the edge of the Milky Way, as high as we could get, and then I detoured down to Colonia because I had to fix my ship a little bit, but now I've kind of brought some things along to help with that. And then the next leg is somewhere over there, which will be Beagle Point, and at the moment unfortunately there are no POIs here at all, no nebula, no nothing, so we're kind of, this stream I'm kind of having to jump my way out there, but as the thing gets on, we'll be bobbing along these ones, and then as we get to Colonia, as we get to Beagle Point, there's a few more there. Then I think we're going to come back around here. I'm going to go around there. We're going to come all the way around there. I think, I don't know yet, we haven't made a decision on it. We're going to go all around there to the Formidine Rift, check that out again, and then come back to the bubble. And then I might even actually push back out halfway to Sajay to have a look at these. Might even find a way around the bubble or something. I don't really know yet. I don't know about how long I want to be away from the bubble or anything. I've really not thought about it. This is like day 10. Day 10 today? Or day 11? Day 11, I think. So I'm not trying to do too much jumping and honking, but unfortunately today it's kind of it's a non-option, I'm afraid. To play around with that. Oof. It'd be more like SW balls to this. Right, okay, so oh really? It gets a lot. It got a lot of bad flack. I know that much. You have to try the Division. I know you said you were waiting for the Division 2, but you should try the first one. You'll love all that number crunching. But it's a looter's dream. Honestly, it's a looter's dream. Oof. Not even doing slightly well on some systems here. We're really not. Oh, this is a bit active like that.
Retrieving encrypted message.
That's strange. Come on. We are moving, we're just moving very slow. But I don't want to notch it up again because I'm going to end up... I'll go through it if I notch it up again. Oh, balls to it then. Right, there we go. Come on. Could have jumped these by this point.
Drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Christ, she's not going to kick me out here. Slightly concerned because I felt like I was a bit trapped in it there.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating
We'll be
beyond
alright,
safety
but
limits.
that was a pretty volatile one.
Frameshift drive charging.
She'd probably make a good healer actually. You always need a really good healer. That is one game where it's kind of not really touched on that much, that you really do need a good healer in your team.
Fuel scooping.
I'm gonna have a pit stop here because almost empty there.
Fuel scooping complete.
Do you know what I did? That's just reminded me that I came across an Earth like a water world, sorry, a ringed water world last night, and I turned it down. I think it was last night. It was so late. I wasn't streaming, but it was so late, and I just wanted to get to Colonia so I could stop jumping. Yeah, and a healer needs to be really good as well, especially in stuff like the Division. They have to kind of stay out of trouble as well as making sure that everybody's got the box. So all of the dart zone's always a little bit too it's a bit too fast for me. I've done it as a team before. We didn't get killed or anything. I actually got my one and only kill as part of a team in the dart zone. Because I always go in on my own. Just bomb about and try not to get picked off by the mental Russians. It's always the mental Russians. Yes, yes, yes. And they're shouting stuff at you and you have no idea what they're on about. This one looks canny interesting. We'll see. Anybody want to come to my disco? This is going to be really hard to judge when to turn here. It's one of the reasons why I'm approaching it just a little bit slower, because I don't want to... I know, you kind of get...
Frame shift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Frame shift drive supercharged. So this one is not kicking me out yet, but it was pretty... This one was pretty aggressive.
Frame shift drive charging.
So what have we got on this jump? 286 light years. So I think, yeah, it's knocked about 4 light years off my jump range. Those changes. Hey Mo, no, you're not really late. Stranded Deep, I don't know that one. The only really games I buy for the PS4 are the ones that are PS4 specific. The only reason I bought The Division for the PS4 was because it was dirt cheap. I got it for about £3 or something. Second hand. Can't do that with the PC version, unfortunately. Right, okay. Okay. How was it? Oh, you want to try whiskey Mo? It's good for that. Not the bourbon stuff. Not the bourbon stuff. The really good Scottish stuff. Although it costs an absolute fortune in America, so it's hard for you to get a habit. I think it's actually cheaper to probably fly out and buy stuff in duty free. What's Dual Universe? I've heard of it. I just refresh my mind. Is that like the arcadey shooty one?
Frame shift drive charging.
I tell you, Pete, I've got nothing but Red Dead and Horseballs in my head at the moment. Oh, the okay. Yeah, that's an interesting one actually. I'll be watching it very, very closely because it looks very Star Citizen-y with a lot of... But I think there's going to be a hell of a lot of work to be done on it. But it will be very interesting. It's going to be wholly server-sided or something, isn't it? Hey Malcolm, how's it going? Cold water submarine game. I don't know that one. I know Subnautica. That just flat out pissed me off, that game. I've been playing Mafia 3, which I think is really, really good. It's ridiculously racist, but it's supposed to be because it's set in a certain time in American history. But it's very, very interesting. I did boot up this afternoon. What do you call it? Assassin's Creed. Not the new one, the other one, the one set in Egypt. And it looks really nice, but it's far too samey. I can't see myself doing that forever.
Frame shift drive charging.
That's basically what Subnautica was. I'm not really obsessed by the horse balls. I just think it's very funny that somebody designing that game was like, you know, this game is perfection. They're all sat around the table patting each other on the back. Okay boys, we're going gold in 4 months. This game is perfection. Any last words by anybody? Any final changes we need to make?
The horse's testes don't seem to be quite perfect.
Of course they are. They're swinging backwards and forwards. They look like they look good. What do you mean they don't? They're not right?
Well, in actuality, if you take a horse out into snow, they shrivel up.
My God, boys, we've made a big mistake. That's probably why it got delayed for that extra year.
Warning. Frame shift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Boys, back to the drawing board. We need horse balls.
Drive supercharged.
That would be interesting, although you're always wearing trousers, so I guess you'll never know. Mine do, when I go in the mountains, for sure. Let me tell you something actually. I'm not a professional with horses more, but I bet it does. And the reason I say that is because the level of detail, if you just go search Red Dead Redemption trailers, you'll see it. You'll see exactly what they're creating. It's crazy, especially trailer 3, because that had a lot more information in it. You could really see how well this game was looking, and not only does it look good, we've got a nice ammonia award there, but it's 102,000 light seconds. I can't do it in tonight's stream. I just can't do it. I've got 2 awards there as well. This fucking game, it's too far, people. Can't remember how long it is. It's 10-15 minutes, and I just don't want to give up those 10. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. And when you walk in the swamps, it'll make more of a swampy noise. I mean, we were talking the other day, who was it? We were talking about GTA, and I was saying I love how in Grand Theft Auto, when you drive a car really fast and you park it, you can hear the engine ticking. And then somebody said, yeah, and if you break the window, you could actually hear you walking on the broken glass. The game will be amazing, Bob. I can guarantee it. The reason is I go back and play the original, which is what, 8-9 years old now, so it doesn't look good. It doesn't look as good as it did. Oh, you bugger looks. I knew I didn't aim it correctly there, just give it a second, people. And I just know that this is kind of, you know, every director and whatnot has a pet project. Red Dead Redemption is Rockstar's pet project. I don't actually think it's Grand Theft Auto. I really do think it's their pet project. The 2 Hauser brothers. Brian is flying with me tonight, but he is in a different part of the galaxy because he was too busy playing with dinosaurs. That's how I'm going to put it anyway. Sorry, Brian, I realised I wasn't in Wing 1. I am now. Hey, Brian, you know the rules. Why am I flying like an old lady? I've only got a scoop, haven't I? Just realised that. Rise of Flight. I don't know if I know that one. I might have seen it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Can't believe I broke my trigger. It's what happens when you give guns to somebody who doesn't really know what to do with them. Well, space guns. So 1 hour 19 into, no, I'm at 1 hour into the stream. Don't know who came in first. I think it was Kathina. Must be about an hour. Trying to. Oh, look at these. These are halfway there. That's actually high metal content, and that's probably too far away from the sun. Oh, it feels horrible missing some of these though. But it's. There will be plenty more of those fish in the sea. Plenty more.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
So I think the majority of all of these that I'm hitting are these neutron stars. They're all untagged. And you get 80,000 credits for one of these babies. So let me do the quick rundown of the stream stuff, people. If you're enjoying the stream too, please do drop a like on it. Don't put a dislike. Don't be Brian. I wonder if it was Brian all along who was dropping them. Drop a like on there. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to press that subscribe button as well, and then you can do the notification buttons and you'll know whenever I go live. If you've got nothing better going on in your life. And if anybody would like to leave a donation or anything like that, there's a tip jar on my dashboard there. I also have Patreon and stuff like that. Everything's in the show notes below. If you like the music, there's links to the composers below as well, where you can go and support them and download some of the other stuff. There's a link to the Discord. Come in the Discord, where you can look at Kathina's builds. That's basically it. No, there's a ton of information and stuff in there. And a nice little building community. What else have I left out about the stream? Let me have a quick look in the note bits. You can always add me on PC, Swifty78, if you're on PC. So if ever I'm doing a trip somewhere and you're interested in coming along, you can always feel free to drop in that and come along. I think that's everything. Oh, and if you're thinking of buying any games, any new games to play, please check out scdkeys.com, which is also in my show notes at the bottom, and you can get discounted Steam keys through them, which do work. I have tried them. I wouldn't recommend anything to anybody else that I haven't tried myself. I've tried Football Manager 19, F1 2018, and something else. That's why we were getting such a big jump range on them. Just a shame the fuel rats had to come and save us after the first one, isn't it? I was wondering where you were getting that. No, the extra jump range doesn't even make sense, does it, with the fuel scope? I forgot. Oh, I've been to Colonia Mo. I left Colonia. It's behind me now. We are now heading to Beagle Point, which is the furthest point away from Colonia. From the bubble. So yeah, I did that. I actually headed to Colonia off stream because it was a pit stop basically. I did do a bit of shooting there though and became a bit of an outlaw, but I'll show you in a second more where I am. Just wanted to check that. So Colonia's here. We left Colonia tonight from here, and we're about back in line with Sagittarius A more or less, and then we're going to our first stop off point here. Brian's a little bit ahead of me because he actually came from somewhere up here, whereas I flew down to Colonia and then came back over. So and then we're kind of heading out there. Can't really see it. It's a bloody long way. I know that when you look back at Colonia. Yeah, the reality of it's a bit weird. I mean, I'm not in any rush to go back to the bubble or anything, but geez Louise, it's a long way. And to think of the guy who did it in his asp as well, years and years ago. I think it was the first guy to do it. Did it in his asp.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Oh, we're all over the place here. Come on.
Frameshift drive charging.
Today's stream will be a little bit, I don't want to say boring, because you never know what you're going to find, but it is getting out to the first point of interest, because unfortunately not a lot of people go this way, so points of interest haven't really been mapped in very well yet. It's quite hard to come by them. And unfortunately, to get out to this first jump, I'm having to do a lot of neutrons as well, which if we get down to 30, I might take the neutrons out and see what that puts me up to. I don't even know why I look at the neutron stars actually, because they do have tasty stuff in them every now and again, but it tends to be quite a long distance away. And I don't know why, I always thought there was one station in Beagle Point, but it turns out there's bugger all. It's just literally the furthest point, so... There is a landable planet.
Frameshift drive charging.
But I must say, I'm so happy with this Anaconda build. I'm a bit annoyed that I can get a further jump range on it with all this stuff packed in compared to my DBX, but we won't go into that. I think the DBX should just have massive jump range, personally. Are you being serious, Bob, or is this a Hutton orbital thing? Do I get a free Anaconda there?
Fuel scooping complete.
I think there's a tourist speaker though in Beagle Point. Well, who actually knows how big a frame shift drive actually is? I mean, it does have tonnage, I suppose, so that kind of throws my argument out the window. But if it tears a hole in time and space, then why does it have so much? Why does it need a lot of mass? I'd like an Explorer crate. I just like the fact that they've put in that little space where the top bar goes in order to give you a better view. I really like it. Check, most of these things are, yeah, we're in unexplored neutron areas here, which is nice. Well, this one's going to grab us before we finish turning. Don't kick me out, please. Luckily, it's right there, so we'll be alright. We'll just get back in it. But it miffed, it kicked me out there because I knew it was going to. What's that one, Marshall? I might have it in my list. Hang on. What's it called? EOK 43. Alright, I'll add it to the list, Marshall. I'll add it to the list. I'm going to make my jump first because Brian was talking about dropping off. Oh, is that their fix to the problem? That's nice of them. To be fair, it's space, it's a space game. Isn't shield tanking really the correct way to go about it? Because as far as I'm aware, in all the movies and books, as soon as the shield goes down, it's pretty much good night Vienna. See where it is in regards to the path. It's out of position, Marshall. It's too far out of position because we're not going directly from Sagittarius. I'm going from Colonia, so that one's kind of, it's way off to the side. Maybe when we get to our first one I might have a look at it actually. Hey, you have a Dark Orbit, how's it going? I mean, when I see them closer, it might be worth the sidestep when if I can get a look at it on the map a little bit closer. Might be worth it. More salt than the tequila bar at the Genosis. I love calling it Genosis now. It's no longer the Gnosis, it's the Genosis. Calling things the Genosis and horseballs, my two favourite things at the moment. What's new? I think he enjoys it. I think he likes the attention. Thanks for dropping in, whoever, Dark Orbit. Pull up a chair and pour yourself a drink. Feel free. Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you, Cathedra, don't be mentioning the name that should not be mentioned round here. Oh, God, look at it. It eats children, people. It eats children. I'm gonna cut that. Don't want people having nightmares. Ah, okay, okay. Didn't even know what Dark Orbit was myself, because I'm not. Everybody knows I'm kind of. I like Elite, but I'm not a pure spacey type person. Look for one of those plush white ones, Mo. That's the one you want. Ah, you with Lave Radio? Okay, so where's she gone? Is Nibbler still here? Are you still here, Julie? You talked about the crate a minute ago. You must be still here. Ah, you run it. Wow. Lave Radio Network. We've all done our bit for Lave Radio. Handing in page upon page upon page. Yeah, well, maybe San Marco doesn't believe in protection. There's a chance. Furline, no, but it's like a dentist's. It's like a dentist waiting room. So clean and. So their whole beef with you, I mean, they are like a griefing group, aren't they? Or are they not? Are they actually legitimately in a law-based battle with you? That's not bad, Brian. But are they all Water Worlds and Earth Lakes? Ooh. Boo. This is my life in Elite. I do this. It's out here and I go, ooh. And then I click the blue one and zoom in. Go, boo. Because this, ladies and gentlemen, is not a water world. Oh, it is. Oh, you fucking bastard. I hate this game. Sorry for swearing, but this game proves me wrong. I'm sure they've done something to the planets, you know. I'm telling you, planets that were... There was one the other day where I was like, "This is no way this is a water world," because you can tell because of this, and this, and that was a water world. I'm sure they've done something in the last update where it's just like any planet surface will do. It doesn't matter. If it looks like a high metal content world, doesn't matter. It could be a water world. Now, whether this supercharge lasts, this is the thing. Right, okay, I get you. And is their group bigger than yours then, or? I said a waiting room, didn't I? I meant like the dentist room, you know, when it's just white. I don't know where I'm going with that. Let's just say it looks like a stormtrooper did the furniture and internals. I think that's a better way of putting it. Just your run-of-the-mill stormtrooper, not your plush one, not your nice black ones or anything. Just your average one. I was a bit disappointed when I was listening to Live Radio the other night that Alan Stroud kind of explained why Lave 2 was locked, and I didn't know it was locked because he had story for it, but it doesn't look like they'll go ahead with that story. or I might never go ahead with that story. So interior design and furnishings. Okay, yeah, I think that was probably what I was aiming for, Brian. I didn't get anywhere near it, I know. Oh, it's a shame that they kind of have that thing. Anyway, I mean, I guess it makes for interesting play all the time. You're always aiming for something. That's probably why the Lave Radio people still like Elite. Yeah, it was just there was some people saying Lave 2 was where Raxler was and things like that, and I never knew that it was locked because of his writings basically not been used yet. But it was interesting to know it. And it is terraformable. Thank the Lord. Can I still jump? Look at that, people. Double whammy. I got a freebie! Well, this is one of the things actually that somebody made a video the other day, and I can't think who it was, and I don't want to give credit if I didn't remember who it was. Somebody made a video, it might have been Egregious, who made one about where to call home, and he lent on kind of the places that have really good outfit and really good ships and whatnot. And if that's what you want, then that's what you should go for. If it's about outfitting and stuff, there's some secondary options which are pretty good. My thing is, I like an interesting system. So when I like somewhere that's about with under 500 light seconds from the drop in, plus I like to have something to look at as I'm going in. Exegious. Did I say egregious? Maybe he has a problem with somebody, I don't know. Exegious, that's the one. Yeah, I'm in Miromi at the moment. There's a nice place there, Mo, if you want to settle in. You can become part of the ineffectual network. Then there's Lave as well. A lot of people in Lave. I'm 9 stream, and it's a fucking neutron. Captain Egregious, I love it. Egregious, I'll make you eat those words. I'm just quoting. I'm supposed you'll have all heard, like, I talk in silly voices and stuff, and I quote either TV shows, obscure TV shows, or movies. I can't help it. It's a form of Tourette's. It's either a form of Tourette's or it's a calming mechanism. I don't know. Ooh, wow! This one's a little bit. A little bit happy-go-lucky, I think it's the best word. Oh, that's interesting. I do stream on Twitch. However, I do stream on Twitch. I just I I don't have any viewers over on Twitch.
Nobody likes me. Nobody wants to be my friend over on Twitch.
How come you had to give it up? Was it just a lack of time or money? I wanted to do a internet radio station once. I twitch when I drink too much alcohol. Oh, you mean stream? Okay, okay. I thought we were just talking in general. Oh, you're talking in general. I might be talking about streaming. Oh, that one you were talking about, that looks alright, Mo. That looks like the type of place. All white and nice inside. Those are the ones you want. It's a shame, you know, there's a setup for my old Twitch video, but unfortunately I can't run my own Twitch video. You know, you remember I used to have the tumbleweed anytime we talked about Twitch, but I haven't got it running anymore. Unfortunately.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive.
Oh, I should really get into Fortnite. Whoa. Headache.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond
Wow.
safety limits.
That thing's powerful. I tell you what I haven't done for a long time, people. Why don't you have a listen to one of our adverts? Have you ever wanted to visit Beetlejuice? Or how about feeding meta-alloys to a Thargoid? Or maybe you just fancy a grueling 2-week jumpathon to Sagittarius A. We're here for you. Ineffectual Airways. We might just get you there. We will also transport Imperial Safes for a book full of credits. Okay, so that is Ineffectual Airways for all your ineffectual needs. Right, so back on with the show. Didn't realise I was travelling 600 light seconds in the wrong direction. You travelled halfway along the galaxy in the wrong direction! I've got a couple of them. I keep meaning to produce more, but I just I've been on a holiday and stuff, so I never quite got around to it. It was an Hawker, I think, yeah. I've got another one for ineffectual shipping. I do have the script for ineffectual mining, but oh yeah, I should talk to Ben actually. I never thought about plugging my stream on there. It's a good idea though. They've got plenty of viewers. It would be nice, yeah. I am on first name terms with Ben, as long as I don't call him Ben Gomez.
Sorry, Dave. Didn't mean to do that.
Somehow I don't think that'll work more. I've got the ineffectual. Hang on, I've got the ineffectual shipping as well. Let me run that one for you. Had it up to here with UPS? Or fed up with FedEx? Or do you just feel like the postal service can just go fudge itself? We're here for you. Ineffectual shipping. We'd love to handle your package. Okay, so that's that one. Let's run that back up. So yeah. But I really need to get the mining one finished. And then an exploration one as well. Because if I do manage to get the player group up and running, which they still haven't contacted me about, so I don't know, people. Which data transfer one, Brian? Yeah, oh yeah. Kind of one for everything, do you know what I mean? Bit of one for everything, you know. Is it anything to do with alien probing? Look, this game's really trying to piss me off here now, isn't it? Seriously. You got two water worlds there and some pretty good looking. Can't do it, mind you. It's an M star, isn't it? Is it an M star? Yeah. So I bet a load of them will just be rocks. Oh, that's not a good thing, Julie. That means they're all around the corner. So they just turn on me as well, I suppose, in my little thing and try and disrupt everything.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
It'd be more like, yeah, no, I think you're pretty much on the ball, like thing. I just think the ending would be more like ineffectual exploration. We might just go, oh, for fuck's sake, the scanner's not working again. Oh yeah. Kill them like the dogs they are. Need a second sidewinder to surround them. Hey, let's go. Sorry, did I just say hello there? It was on my list of things to say when I was reading the chat out. How are you doing, mate? On your way home, so you're not typing. Don't be driving and typing. There's some terrible statistics on that. Hope everything's okay with you. Christ on a stick. Can't wait to get this bloody chair. Right. So, we're gonna go. Junior. Apparently, another big jump here. And then I'm gonna check the map. More or less. Around now, actually. Thought over halfway. We're about 60% of the way there. We've still got a bit of a way to go. Been streaming for 1 hour, 1 hour 40 minutes. So it's nice of you all to sit here with me and kind of take me through this. I could have done it. I've seen a couple of them, Brian. What was I going to say there? You have to write that down, Kathina. I might use it. It does standard, yes. God damn it. I thought we were going to be able to sue he who shall not be named.
Oh, we've just lost a viewer.
Why don't people like me? Oh, I think I've got 2 on Twitch. Brian. No, 1. Probably me. It's probably me mum. No, it's not my mum. I hadn't spoken to my mum until she told me to leave the house. She said, treat this house like a hotel, get out. Leave your key at reception, will you? Julie, you still haven't said why you need a second Sidewinder. Is that autocorrect going crazy or something? I'm not understanding the need of a second Sidewinder. Whoops. Oh, it's because I'm not targeted, you fucking idiot.
I love it.
You'd think I'd had a drink. There we go. Swinging around. Hello? Oh, sorry, Mo. I stopped talking about that. You ran out of a truck. Wow. Ooh, but it was internet based, no? Oh, okay, cool. Okay, I should do that, yeah. Actually, I thought I had. Oof, got that frightened the bloody pants off me. Thanks for the follow. I need to change the Twitch one. I don't know why it comes up with that zombie. That wasn't the intention. It's supposed to have the friendship drive charging thing. So Mo, you were saying you run this internet radio station out your truck. What was it, like a prepper radio station thing? No, I'm dead interested because it's strange, like the ability to now do things just in a way that you couldn't possibly have done them before without tons and tons and tons of technology, and now with a good enough system you can literally do it from a tablet or an iPhone. You can stream different content and it's just crazy kind of how oh, there we go. It's amazing how we... Well, there is no hull breach because I'm still at 100%, so you're lying. I like to berate my computer system when he's lying. Just call him out on it. Just call him out. It is, yeah. I remember. That's why I keep meaning to change it, because I always forget to change it for Twitch. I tell you what, I've fallen in love with Kathina at the moment. I don't know what type of music you're into or anything, but Don't Leave Me, you can run this in a second tab, but I found this video today and I'm just absolutely enamored with it. So I ended up looking through a ton of them. Let me just get it up properly. Sorry people, didn't mean to do that. I wasn't trying to rickroll anybody. Just check out this video if you're a child of the 80s. If you're not a child of the 80s, you won't understand it at all. Just being honest. You're into translate. You didn't used to go to you didn't used to go to those dodgy gigs in the middle of the nowhere with N-Trans, did you? She got a fast car. Or she used to. This is something I've found the last few days, and it's not just that song. There's actually a huge group of people on YouTube creating these videos. They're brilliant. What they're doing is they're taking songs, quite modern songs, and how would you put it? 80-anizing them? Ah, yeah. It's only across the water from me. I've never actually been yet. I used to go to the questionable ones. Only when we heard that Prodigy might be there. What? You know that's what Hitler did. Did I say kill the juice? 85. Isn't that what I said? Oh, did I say 80fication? I need to fix this module, people. Next jump. Yep. We learn more and more about Julie every day. So it seems like we were kind of all the bad kids, and now we all sit at home playing Elite Dangerous all night. Where did it all go wrong? It is. I love it. I'm absolutely, completely besotted with it. There's like Ed Sheeran ones and Katy Perry ones. They're great. I don't even like that type of music, but I just think it's so well done. I love it when the internet comes out with stuff like this. Just the rebirth of kind of 80s synth as well. I love it. I think Chester would give it a thumbs up. Hang on. Why are we going through? We must be doing a... How is it expecting me to jump 287? This is the first time the map's actually not delivered properly, which is really strange. in about 3 days. So let's fix our module first. So we shall drop out of hypercruise. Oh yeah, it was all acceptable behaviour. Right, we are down to 77, that would explain. So we'll turn that off. And we shall repair when we can... we're on 83, so I'll just turn that off for now. 92, and then we shall repair it. Oh yeah, you wouldn't be throwing anything through Elasgar's window. He's got pew pew permission. Being a miner wasn't acceptable, yeah. No, but then it just... word just went around, didn't it? And it became the stuff of legend. I remember my first year at university, I got a little bit drunk on tequila and passed out in a bush. And everybody thought that for days and days people were saying there was a dead body found on the... there's a dead body found on campus. So, no, that was me. The funny thing was, I didn't even get my stomach pumped that night because the when the ambulance driver took me home, I lived with the 5 nurses, luckily, and when the ambulance guy took me back to the house, he was like, I remember him saying as I was like bent over the toilet, he was just like, "We think he's all right," because we actually found that he'd put himself in the recovery position by the time we'd got there anyway. Depends what tequila you're drinking. The good stuff, you can get a little bit drunk on the good stuff. Good stuff's like a good whiskey. It truly is. Jess would give me an amen if he was still in stream. There we go. We'll deactivate that. We can activate the frameshift drive. We can activate the Guardian frameshift drive. And I think we're ready to go. Again. Don't need anything else on as far as I'm aware. So we're going to have to sidestep here, unfortunately, because this game doesn't know how to plot a proper course. Or maybe it was just something I did, but I can't imagine how, because this is an automatically plotted route. So, oh geez Louise, we haven't got a lot of good options here. Ah, yeah, we have got an F-star right there. So we'll do a sidestep to this this F-star. Oh, we might not, you know. Oof. We're going to be running on fumes when we get there. Ah, you don't. There's no worms anymore, Kathina. But yeah, I remember it in Poltergeist. Mariachi band comes to beat you up. There was actually a mariachi slaying the other week in Mexico City, I think it was. You know. Oh no, it was just such little fuel to make this jump that it actually... Hopefully, Aaron Jesus has actually given me a decent system here. That would be my hope. Oh, come on. We're going to 15 Sagittarius, so we're kind of catching up a little bit here.
Fuel scooping complete.
Well, it used to be to eat the impurities, didn't it? But, oh, you're alright, Kathina. It's, what do you call it? Tequila's a natural antiseptic, so you just spit it out. But, let's see what we've got left here now. At 24, bloody hell. We can do this. We can get this done in the next... Whee, nearly flew into the sun. That'd have been a good one. I didn't look in the system, did I? Or did I? No, I bloody didn't, because there's a water world there, and it's 1,400 on an F. It's not going to be good enough. I'm going to check that one out. See? Told you it was a rock world. Told you it was a rock world. I'm peeved, because that last time I dropped in one, and it looked like that, it turned out to be a water world, and that, my friends, is not a water world. Boom. This game is so full of it. Proves my point. They've been tinkering, people. They've been tinkering with our planets. So I got super excited about that, but I love it when I'm right. I hate it when I'm wrong. That's what they should have. And a shallow area for those who can't swim.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive.
Supercharged. There we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, 28 is totally doable, as long as I don't get too sidelined, and then we shall see the first system, and I can't remember what the first actual system is. Sagittarius 2 or something it's called. Oh, 15 Sagittarius, can't quite remember. I don't think there's a huge amount to it. I think it's more historical significance than anything else. Oh, what's this baby down here? At 200,000 light seconds. Deleted. No way I'm going there. Yeah, you gotta get the good stuff with tequila. Tequila and mezcal, like the really good stuff. You can actually go to some bars in Mexico where they serve it from a plastic bottle, but it's good. Because it's the stuff that they're drinking, not the tourist stuff.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
It's better than New York, 10 quid a pint. Bloody hell.
Frameshift drive charging.
It's cheaper to eat than to get a drink. Oh, that was cool. A little sun flying past me there. I only saw it the last second. I know. Shocking, innit, Brian? I nearly dropped the can I was drinking from. Cans were like £1. You didn't want to go drinking anywhere. Even I remember we went somewhere to happy hour, and it wasn't too bad. I think it was mid-afternoon. Everybody's absolutely off the face. It was about, I think it worked out about £5 a drink, but we got a mojito, and I mean, I have to say that it was the worst mojito I've probably ever had. But Peroni is Italian.
Frameshift drive charging.
It'd be hard for me to drink in England, actually. One, for a lack of money, but two, because the difference in price to here in Spain is huge. See, I like my whiskey, but it has to come from Scotland. I don't mind Irish whiskey. I have no problem with it. Oh, well, I say come from Scotland, actually. It can also come from Japan, because I absolutely adore Japanese whiskey. They had to, Brian. They'd have been, they'd have been hell on. But as a lot of people can attest to, I like a bit of wine every now and again and a good whiskey. Oh, right, so they actually did it for bad reasons. Bloody hell. Yeah, well, I won't be happy until people are making moonshine again. It isn't hard to make alcohol at home. Right, I think I am going to change. That's good timing. I'm going to change the soundtrack because I've been listening to this soundtrack for a few days now, and I just fancy a bit of a change. So I'll just set up the new one. Hopefully, it'll open at a decent level. I hope. Yeah, probably not that one. That's a bit too quiet, that one. Yeah, I like that one. Okay. This one's alright. Bloody hell. Mind you, your cans are bigger, so... I remember when I first came in, I got a crate. 24 crate for... What was it? 24 crate of beers for £7 or £8? Everybody loved me because I was just buying cans left, right and centre for everybody who I lived with. Like, don't think you should cut down? I might die tomorrow. I'm gonna take advantage of these prices while I can. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's really that much of a difference. I'm guessing that also they probably call sipping whiskey like when it's a bit better quality as well, I would suppose. But that goes on quality, doesn't it? I mean, that's what I'm saying about Scottish whiskey. Unless you're buying like unless you're buying bottle of the barrel Scottish whiskey, you're not really going to be doing it as shots, and I don't think whiskey is the best thing for shots anyway. Bourbon's a shotty drink. I don't actually think real tequila is not a shot drink. It is beautiful. And mezcal the same as well. Mezcal is absolutely beautiful. Mezcal's not the same flavour, but it does have some qualities that whiskey has, but it's just not aged. Unless you get an Echo, which is aged, but that's not aged that long. But it won't be long before they do, and they'll say it's a lot better quality the longer it's aged, and then you pay through the nose for it, because that's what alcohol's all about. I was talking about you earlier, Jess. Can't remember what I was talking about now. Might have been quality of Colt 45, can't remember. Yeah, grappa's a shot drink. Well, it's a digestive really, isn't it, grappa? But yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
Funnily enough, actually, though, I do like a labelled, what's kind of called white labelled whiskey. I like Glenfiddich. I just really like the taste of it. Hornitos. It sounds like a mosquito on heat. Jess. The Hornitos are at the dog again. Is that a tequila, I'm guessing? I have a couple of favourite tequilas actually. And I used to what was I gonna say? I used to hate tequila until a nice Mexican guy showed me how to drink it properly. I was in Vegas and I think I was going to do a shot of Patron or something, and he was from the area, or from the town where Patron comes from, or Patron, however you pronounce it. And he was like, if you're going to shoot that, I'd rather line up 4 or 5 other tequilas for you to shoot, and then I'll have that if you don't mind, because you're just being rude to my heritage. And then I kind of said, but it's hard, you have... And then, you know, I said, it's hard on the nose and throat and everything, and he said, oh no, if you want to learn how to drink it, and he showed me how to drink it, and since then I've really enjoyed tequila. You've got to swallow it like you're, when you sip it, you've got to do it like you're underwater in a swimming pool, so not that, but inside. And then you take, when you swallow it, you take in a breath of air, and then you breathe out through your nose, and you really taste the, you kind of get the flavour of the tequila and everything. Then it's nice. It was a good tip.
Frameshift drive charging.
No, I know everybody's name. That's the thing. I could run a bar. I know everybody's name. Although I know I'd spend half the time going, Jess, put your cock away, please. Just stop it. Talking about sexual names, welcoming Commander Thudpucker. Coffee? Are we talking about coffee? Oh, hang on, I'm a bit lost. Some of this stream chat's coming through really slow, so I'm kind of a bit reposado. Sounds like someone. It is, yep, and it's oh, it's used for correcting coffee. Yeah, I think by the word meaning correcting coffee, Kathina, it means making it much stronger to get drunk on. Oh, I don't know whether I could put grappa in coffee, like. Be putting limoncello in it next. Yeah, that's the way Thudpucker, unfortunately. The soundtrack is in my show notes underneath more, with all the other things like Discord and stuff like that. Feel free to check out all the information below, and it does have a link to both Chris Zabriskie, who is the current composer that I'm using, and then also Miguel Johnson, who also actually wrote his piece specifically for Elite Dangerous. So both links to both of their band camps and everything are in there.
Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
I'm sure the links are in the information below, aren't they? I did say, no, yeah. It's got Chris Zabriskie's website there, and it's got Miguel Johnson's Bandcamp. And Chris Zabriskie's you can download for free. Miguel Johnson you can't download for free, but you can listen to it for free. You can download it for $10... Can't remember if it's $10 or £10. Alright, see you later, Jess. love how Jess just drops in and out. Yeah, eat safe. There's some terrible statistics on that.
Frameshift drive charging.
It's probably because it comes from a pip. Might be something to do with the chemical reaction with the coffee bean juice. There, Julie. I'd have certainly never thought about it. But they do, an amaretto, not amaretto, they do amaretto actually as well, but they also do that one that tastes like licorice, I've forgotten its name. People drink that by the pint here. It's horrible. It's an aniseed one, and I think aniseed actually, and I can't remember what its bloody name is now. Anise. It's in French. It's anise. I can't remember what it. I think it's anise in Catalan as well. We share the same language half the time, so although Catalonia is in Spain, it's tons and tons of the language is French.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
No, not star anise, but anise. So aniseed, it would be, wouldn't it, in English? Anise, aniseed. I think it is. It might be star anise actually.
Shows how much I know.
But is this so? Watch it, mouth. There's a child's bike on the wall.
Frameshift drive charging.
I used to know somebody who used to drink amaretto by the boatload. Way too sweet for me. Although I do like the almond thing that it tastes of. What the bit on the Christmas cake, marzipan. Love that. Might not have a Christmas cake this year for Tiny Tim. Hang on, Ellen's guard's been right in it. I hope you've stopped driving. Yes, I've had absinthe 2 or 3 times actually. I was thinking of buying a bottle not so long ago.
Operating beyond safety limits.
I've never gone over the top with it because you could get alcohol poisoning very, very quickly. And it's actually really hard to get a hold of real absinthe in England in particular because it was on the ban list for so long. You can get it in Spain and you can get it in France. And some shops actually take a lot of pride in selling it. You can't drink it straight. It strips your throat off. You have to kind of put it into a special drink with sugar and set it on fire and do various bits and bobs to it to just make it that little bit more palatable. Yeah, I mean, there's the old adding water like you would with really strong ouzo, but most people make it. They set fire to it and mix it in with a ton of sugar to take the edge off it, and then mix it with bitters as well to try and take a bit more of the edge off it, and you can still bloody taste it when you've done all that stuff to it. There's actually a bar here in Barcelona, and I've forgotten the name of it. It's really well known because it doesn't have any music or anything in there. It's been untouched forever. Bar Marsella. Bar Marsella. So hang on a second, because I've forgotten who used to go in there. It's really famous. You can go in there and have a coffee actually, and it's really crazy because it's so old, and they haven't changed it in years, and it really is like a step back in time. I'm gonna try and bring up a couple of photographs actually for you to have a look at. I've forgotten how I do this, so just give me a second. I think it's a thing capture. Window capture, that's the one, and it'll be automatic. Okay, there you go. So, this is it. This is like the inside of it, and just click on a couple of the pictures here. That's too small, that's too big. It's not too bad. So look, I mean, you can see on the ceiling here all the paint stripping off. It is so old. And if I remember, I think they just keep it this way so they don't have to clean. That's my own personal opinion of the place. You're not allowed to speak too loud. They get really annoyed if you speak too loud as well. So it's owned by this really crazy bloke. But and what was I thinking there? What was the idea in my head? Ah, yes. And I think if I can remember now, oh crap, come on, don't be like that, Google. I just wanted to find one piece of information on it, because there's a website that had it's in Alraval, which is really close to the famous Rambla, La Rambla, and Picasso used to drink in there, Hemingway used to drink in there, I mean more. I just can't remember all the names off the top of my head now. And yeah, so you go in and they will make you an absinthe drink, but I've never had one in the bar, because every time I've had some, I go sideways. So I don't like being out when I'm sideways.
Ready to engage.
Yeah, like Julie's saying, it's a really peculiar taste, but if it's treated correctly, it's all right. Oh yeah, a bit of wine and cooking. Don't mind a bit of wine and cooking myself. Oh, you gotta love thunderstorms. Yeah, me too. When we get them here, it's like a disco. I absolutely love it. I remember about a month ago, this flash, and the thunder was constant for about an hour. And when I mean constant, I mean there was no break in it. It sounded like a train going past. Actually, that's not bad. They would understand what you mean. So, right, okay. Oh, I'm going to drive right into it, and I'm going to drive right through it, hopefully. Hopefully. I know sometimes in England you get some pretty impressive fork lightning, but nothing like here.
Warning.
Come on, don't shoot me through it, because I was going slow there, you bastard. This thing wants to ruin my night. Come on. Just let me touch the tip. There we go.
Warning. Frame shift drive.
Supercharged. There we go.
Frame shift drive supercharged.
Yes, Third Poker, at the moment, we are heading towards Beagle Point. So, about,
Frame shift drive.
I surmise, I'll check the galaxy map. We did go to Sagittarius A, then we went to the top of the galaxy. Now I've taken a sidestep, and now we're on our way to Beagle Point, and I surmise that I'm about a 10th of the way there. £2,000, Kathina. £2,000, and they'll take you. With the scientists sometimes, because they're at university, in order to pay for it, they will happily let you travel along and document for them. But I want to do it one time in my life as well. Believe me, the scientists are actually, it's a lot safer than you think. The ones who are in like the beefed up trucks right at the front, that's a little bit different. Those people are in it for the serious science, and and obviously a bit of a death wish. But the other people that kind of follow them, who get the best actual shots of the tornadoes from a very safe distance, kind of know which direction the wind's travelling. They're kind of in the safety zone.
Warning. Frame shift drive.
That's the view from Beagle this time.
Frame shift drive.
Alright, Brian, I shall catch you in the stream tomorrow night. Thanks for dropping by. And I'm only... yeah, tomorrow... no, it'll be Friday now, mate. It'll be Friday night, so it gives you a chance to beef up that club a little bit more.
Frame shift drive charging.
Into the Storm. Was that the one with... I thought you were going to say Twister there. Was that the one with George Clooney? It was based on a real story, that, I think.
4, 3, 2.
Or am I thinking of something else? I used to love watching the tornado chasing programs. Absolutely loved them. I've only got 10 jumps to go, people. 9 jumps to go. It's it has flown by. I'm really pleased with that. I didn't know whether I'd get here within the limits of the stream. I might have to go over a little bit, which I don't mind. When I go over, it's always a pleasure.
Frame shift drive charging.
Yeah, but I'm on about the ones, the real meteorologists, like the ones who go to take a lot of the kind of the main readings from the tornadoes. They do put themselves in very dangerous positions, but there's also an outlying group. So you have the main guy. I mean, if you go with Storm Chasers, it's if you've seen that program, it's the guy in kind of the tank thingamajig. And then he has a support group who sit behind and correlate data and send updates and stuff to the TV stations and whatnot. I mean, the meteorologists on the Weather Channel, I don't know, maybe they were trying to get a shot or something, but I do know that it's much safer. I was reading all about it to go to, because I was considering to go to do it one day, and I was wondering, because I thought you'd be in the tank one with those crazy bastards, and I was generally concerned not because of the actual storm itself, but because sometimes those people are actually more scary than the storm you're going towards. It's like climbing Everest. There's a 10% chance the mountain will kill you, but there's a 55% chance that it'll be another climber that actually gets you killed with their actions. So that's one of those things. Good night, Brian 97. And I'll see you on Thursday. Is that how you get your kicks, Bob? Oh yeah, the EF5 one. Yeah, I remember that one. Did you see the video of the meteorologist trying to big up the storm in, I think, in Florida the other day? And like the camera's filming him, and he's finding it really hard to stand up, and he's holding his body up against the wind, and then two people just go strolling by in the background. Yeah, I mean, there's always the danger of like several forming, but as I said, like the people who are correlating the data mainly, they can see them forming very, very quickly. Like, it's honestly, it's much safer in that sense than you would think, because I didn't think it would be. The one thing I always think about, like dangerous things in the US, is people who live on the San Andreas Fault. Bloody hell. Because living on that fault line, you know it's going to kick off every now and again. Actually, one of my friends in Salt Lake was saying that they're on a huge fault line and they've been overdue for 60 years. That's pretty scary. But they don't have a lot of houses on hills. Like, but they do in California. They have loads of houses on hills and on the beach. If there's a tsunami... Christ on a stick. I mean, sometimes people say, oh, people who live near Yellowstone, but if that thing goes up, they're not gonna hear it.
Frame shift drive operating.
We would be the ones to really suffer.
Frame shift drive supercharged.
Ah, that's just scaremongering, I'm sure. If there was any serious evidence to show that Yellowstone was going to do anything in the immediate future, something would have started by now. Like maybe invading the Middle East so they can move there or something. I don't know. I'm only kidding. They probably do. They probably do, Alaska. But I just thought it was hilarious. Because he's going, oh, it's terrible, I can hardly stand up. And then these two people, one guy, hands in pockets, just strolling by in the background.
Frame shift drive charging.
Yes. Yes, I think we would know. I think there'd be certain provisions taken, yeah. I don't think anybody'd sit back and let it. There's that age-old thing of people saying, oh, like, the Illuminati and stuff would look after themselves. there'd be other things going on. You'd see works, like, if you started to see works of art being retracted by their owners from galleries, if ever you saw like the Mona Lisa being retracted or something like that, and I don't know if somebody actually owns the Mona Lisa, but imagine they do. You start seeing works of art being retracted from a gallery, like from different ones, famous works of art, then you might want to start worrying that something's coming and something's going to happen.
Frameshift drive charging.
I haven't heard anything about the Gaza spewing volcanic ash. I have heard about people falling into the geysers and being dissolved. A guy last summer, I think. Why he was out there walking in it, I'll never know, because... well, you never know with some people. It's the third book. I haven't seen that one. That's brilliant. I didn't know about that one. For God's sake. I think, do you know what the worst thing about that is, though I'm laughing at it, those people are responsible for people who left the state and left their pets behind without any company or anybody to help them. And you know, obviously, I don't know why people always leave their animals behind. I'm not too sure about it. I'm guessing it's because they're going to stay with family and there's no space for them or whatever. But you often hear about animals being left behind. I'm always like, I hate when people do that. Your animal's your animal. It's like a child. If you're going to take it in and keep it captive, you're going to have to look after the bloody thing. That's just my pet peeve. Actually, more concerning than Yellowstone is actually Hawaii, where it was really happening. If you ever seen the video of the bloke filming the molten lava at the end of his garden, that is so scary. Oh, hang on, let me just, there is something I forgot to show you people, which I did mean to show you tonight, so just let me scoop this one, and then I could have done it when I arrived at the destination, but I'll do it while I remember, just in case I don't. Because it's important while I've got a good mix of people here. So let me just scoop into this baby.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Okay, now I'm supercharged. Please take a minute and watch my very short advert. Okay, so that is Ineffectual Retro, which will be coming back starting, I think, from next week. So Wednesdays will be Ineffectual Retro night. So do feel free to drop in, and every week I shall be playing a retro game from really kind of up to the PS2 era. I don't think I'm going to include PS3 in retro gaming yet. Yeah. Yeah, Mario's a bit is a bit new, but that was Mario World. That was from Mario World from Super Nintendo. So if you have a hankering for the good old days, feel free to drop in on Wednesday evenings when I will run the Ineffectual Retro stream, and then I think I'll make one night, maybe Tuesday, for the extra Elite stream, so that Elite kind of doesn't lose its way. I'm really looking forward to actually playing Streets of Rage. I think when I do the consoles, so Sega, SNES, it'll kind of be a Sega night, a SNES night, and so on and so forth, because I don't think that playing through 8 levels of Desert Strike is really going to keep anybody interested. And it'll be interesting to see what my motor skills are like going back to that. I tried, anybody knows I like American football, I tried Madden NFL 1992. Alright, Bob, have a good night, 9-7. I tried Madden 92 not so long ago and was absolutely terrible at it, but back in the day I was Tom Brady at it, so I don't know what happened. I really don't. But I did a retro stream before. It was pretty good until I died and lost all my data because I didn't have a memory card in the machine. So we got about 3/4 of the way through the story, Kathina. Can't remember. Hey Christopher, how's it going? Welcome in. Tour Jam and Earl. I was just talking about that earlier, actually. It's funny you should say that, Mo. The second one was better than the first one, but the first one was good, but the second one I thought was better. Toe Jam, Big Earl. Yeah, I'm gonna actually have an arcade night as well, like WWF WrestleFest. Does anybody remember that one? We snack on danger, dine on death. So yeah, I ended up playing Dino Crisis, didn't I? I might give that a full run through sometime. That would be fun. Hey Vert, welcome in. How are you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Oh, might be going a bit too far there. The only thing with Mortal Kombat, the first one, Kathina, is I would definitely play the hell out of that. But with modern controllers, it doesn't register the curl move. And although there probably is a way of doing it, and maybe I should try and have a look at remapping the controller. But the first time I loaded it up, obviously the only character I could really play with was Raiden, because back forward was a lot easier, and I can't remember what was it forward punch was his electricity thing. I can't quite remember. Chuck Rock. Super Smash TV, yeah, that was good as well. So all of those retro games are all gonna come out from under a rock. So if you see me streaming, do drop by and say Hello in the retro stream. Okay, this is the destination, 15 Sagittari. Back forward twin. Yeah. This, I keep coming out. That was it for 10 minutes till you won. Unless your mate put Sub-Zero and froze you mid-air. Nobody ever knew what he said either. My closest one was salt and vinegar. That was like the closest one I came to. Right, okay, this system is let me just go out of it a second. Oh, that was your mum. This one is, let me just have a look at the information on it, because it is a historical location. Oh, I do, Kathina. I actually do have that one, so yeah, I'll definitely give that a go as well. Definitely. So this is 15 Sagittari, and it says it's a distant blue-white supergiant in the Sagittarius constellation. Despite its enormous distance from the Earth, it's still the 49th brightest star in the constellation when measured in apparent brightness from Earth. The system itself contains 6 stars in addition to 15 Sagittarius itself, but doesn't actually have any landable planets. And then they're saying they've got a sidestep place to maybe land here, but I don't really need to land. I don't think it's super important to necessarily land tonight. I'll just kind of park up. No, he said salt and vinegar. I'm absolutely sure. Just salt and vinegar every single time. That's what I remember anyway. It was like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles song. Everybody thought they knew what they actually said. So this is a pretty big sun. 49th in luminosity. Luminosity, is that correct? Is that correct? Yep, 49th in luminosity or something. From and I think what's quite astounding about that is actually its distance from the Earth. There's a nice coronal mass ejection there. I might actually go see if we can maybe get involved with that. Maybe going a bit too fast there. Now essentially they should just blow your ship up as you head through them. But it doesn't. But that wasn't a bad effect, actually, flying through that one. My temperature chart should be off the roof now. But anyway, they're not. So, look at all them suns in there as well. Quite the hell of a sun system. Yeah, it was Hero Turtles, yeah. I used to hate it. I used to hate the fact that it was called Hero Turtles, and the bastardization by Michael Bay. Oh, this one's dragging us in. I didn't realise. Look at the speed I'm doing. I'm doing minimum speed here. Let's oh, have I just gone totally upside down there? Ah, okay, we're picking up speed now anyway, so well, it was the last line of it. I remember nobody knew what they said. And obviously it's turtle power, but people used to think it said to the park. Turtle something, one of my friends used to say. Turtle cower or something. Kids. I used to like the raccoons. I don't know if you remember the raccoons. You can't call it that anymore. It's the ethnic animals. Things have changed. Right, so we're in our first stop system then. Cyril, yeah, Cyril's near, yeah. And his son. I still watch it at Christmas. It's on my Christmas list. It's still one of the shows on my Christmas list that I watch every Christmas. It is in Evergreen Forest. Okay, so we've done a fairly big chunk today, and I'm happy to say that until we come to this kind of section here, we're not going to have another big break. Now, this section is actually going to be probably about this. So it'll be a half of what I've done tonight. So this will actually probably take up half a stream. So I'll try and do it, you know, as the wind blows, when we're in a decent position, and then of course we're going to make our way all the way up here to Beagle Point. There's also, what I'm going to try and do is find some of the systems around here to drop in and just see if maybe there's something a bit more around there to the core. It's been a really good journey so far. It's only been 11 days. I mean, I thought doing all of this in the past used to take so much longer. And although I don't like using neutron stars a lot, I know I've done it tonight, but it was basically to bridge that gap. I'd have been there for a long time, otherwise maybe 1 or 2 streams. So, oh god, yeah, the He-Man live action movie, that was terrible. Whatever he hits, he destroys. I don't even like Rocky. Like I said, I'm just full of these useless quotes. So we'll be doing this until we get to... Oh, wait. Oh, you bastard. Until we get to Beagle Point. At which point we have to make the next decision, because I don't think Beagle Point's going to take... It'll probably take maybe another 5 streaming days, I think. Not disputing his sex appeal. And then we need to really work out how we're getting back. Are we going to go around by the arms and kind of come back in? Something similar to what Marshall has done in the past. Or are we going to kind of hot-foot it back to the bubble and then off to the former Time Rift? It's kind of still open for discussion at the moment. I don't know how I feel about it, because I know that getting back is going to be less interesting because we haven't got all of these points to cover. So part of me is kind of saying, look, we should maybe go... It's a stupid decision, but I think we'll probably go back to Sagittarius A this way, because there'll be POIs all along here. Go back out to Colonia, which we've done before, but we can do it off stream, so it won't be too bad for you. And then actually go from Colonia to the bubble with the POIs along that way. And I think that's going to keep the stream a little bit fresh. Because you're all just talking about retro stuff and I'm sat here talking about the couldn't give a fuck. Want to get my words down about E-Man. So... No, we can't. If I self-destruct, we'll end up back somewhere about 5 light years away, so it won't... we won't. Well, to be honest with the Booker, it doesn't bother me, but when you're streaming, you want to at least try and keep it something interesting. Like today, I was saying at the beginning, you know, I did start it. I'm just like one of those persons that just go into a conversation, mix it up, and then bugger off again. So, you know, I think going back towards Sagittarius A that way is probably going to be the best way to do it, because I think we're going to see a little bit more stuff in that way, and I think we'll get more done in the stream as it is. So, I've hit the 3 hours, people. Oh yeah, I know. I don't I didn't think you would. I can't do it because it's technically cheating. Have I done it before? I think I've done it once before and it didn't feel good, so don't fancy doing it again. Okay, people, once again, if you... Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That makes it all worthwhile. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, please. Hit that like button. Give me all your money. Well, that part's optional, but, you know. Do support the other people who help with the stream. So if you see Brian around, talk to Brian. If you like the music that you're listening to, do download or buy Chris Zabrisky's album, Miguel Johnson's album, stuff like that. Until then, I will say 9-7, and I will see you Friday night for the Friday night stream. 9-7.
Left my mic on.